tell children to dream bigger, thinking bigger, aim higher, imagine an extraordinary future. And there is nothing wrong with encouraging ambition. But sometimes children do not need a big dream. They need a small problem to solve. Because dreams can inspire a child. But solving problems is what teaches them how to build. A child can say they want to become an inventor, an entrepreneur, a scientist, or a leader. But those titles are still far away. They are abstract. And if the dream feels too large, the child may not know where to begin. So they wait. They talk about the future. They imagine success, but they do not practice creating it. This is when a small problem becomes powerful. A small problem gives a child something real to notice, something real to think about, and something real to improve. Maybe their toys are always difficult to find. Maybe a younger child struggles to understand a game. Maybe the family keeps forgetting saying something before leaving the house. Maybe a daily routine takes too long. These problems may seem unimportant to adults, but to a child, they are opportunities to practice the same skills that builder, entrepreneur, and leaders use every day. First, they have to notice what is not working. Then they have to ask why. They have to think of a possible solution. They have to try it, and they have to learn from the result. That process matters more than whether the solution is perfect. For example, imagine a child says, I want to create a big company someday. We could praise the ambition. But then we can ask, what is one small problem you can solve this week? Perhaps they notice that their books are always disorganized. They create a similar labeling system. They test it. They discover that some labels are confusing. Then they improve the system. That may not look like entrepreneurship, but it is. They identified a problem. They designed a solution. They tested it with a real user. And they improved it based on what happened. That experience gives the child something more valuable than encouragement. It gives them evidence. Evidence that they can notice a problem. Evidence that they can make something better. Evidence that they can act without waiting for someone else to providing the answer. This is how real confidence begins. Not from repeatedly telling a child, you can do anything, but from helping them experience. I solved something that mattered. Children also learn that useful ideas do not need to be enormous. Many adults believe that value must look impressive. A big invention, a successful company, a brilliant solution. But most meaningful work begins with something much smaller. A frustration, an inconvenience, a person who needs help, or process that could work better. When children learn to take small problems seriously, they begin to see the world differently. Instead of asking, what should someone create? They begin ask, what could I improve? Instead of waiting for the perfect idea, they begin working with what is already in front of them, and this protects them from a common problem. Some children become attached to the identity of being talented, ambitious, or creative, but they avoid small projects because small projects may fail. A big dream can remain perfect in the imagination. A real solution has to survive reality. It may not work. Someone may not like it. The child may need to change it. They can feel uncomfortable. But it is also where capability grows. Parents can help by asking better questions. Not only, what do you want to be when you grow up? But what problem did you notice today? Who could use your help? What could you work better? What is one idea you could test? And after the child tried something, what did you learn? These questions move children from imagination into action. They teach them that progress does not always begin with a huge goal. Sometimes it begins with paying attention. So yes, let children dream. Let them imagine meaningful futures. Let them believe they can build something important. But do not let the dream become a substitute for doing. Give them a small problem. Give them room to think. Let them try an imperfect solution and help them improve it. Because a child does not become a builder by dreaming about building. They become a builder by solving one real problem at a time.